Hi guys, and welcome back to Making a Cat Cry. It's been a while since I've recorded, so why don't we just pick up where we left off? Save your concern, the ghost commands. He's been dead for centuries. He was that Mur's guardian ancestor. Before the guy accidentally pulled a pillar onto himself, the ghost has no more descendants left to guard. So he figures he'll just loiter around here for a while. You know, tell any explorers about his dumb grandson, how they died trying to climb a 9-foot pillar. Feel free to loot the corpse. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about, um, that little blue flame that Kadia saw outside of this dungeon, um, in between me recording the last set of episodes and this one, I've played a fair bit of Oblivion. That blue flame actually, for a decent amount of time, boosts your max magicka and magicka regeneration. So if there's any time for her to figure out she can do magic, it's now pretty much. Um, yeah, that was just a thought that crossed my mind, and I wanted to say. Um, you're more than happy to oblige. Luck seems to finally be working in your favor. Took it long enough. Hey, I've been telling you, you've been pretty lucky right along. You thank the ghost profusely. It's fine, he says. He can think of no more fitting end to his bloodline's legacy than being robbed blind by a Khajiit. It wouldn't be the first time it happened to his grandson. Just like that awful man. Just take that awful man purse off his corpse as well, in case someone respectable comes down here and sees the body. There's a pretty strong personality enhancing potion in there, the ghost explains. His grandson was probably gonna use it to get better prices when he was selling those 5 bottles of wine. You'd be surprised how much a collector will pay for old vintages. Then again, you probably already know that, Khajiit or not. He assumes you are an experienced adventurer considering that you got past all those imps unharmed. Oh, imps. Yeah, we didn't see any of those. All the traps in this place have been set off ages ago, but most people who wander down here still get electrocuted, mauled, disemboweled before they even make it down the stairs, so you seem to have gotten lucky. Wait, sometimes someone gets lucky and comes in while the swarms are out, but that never lasts more than a few minutes. You hear that? Sounds like some are returning. He looks forward to seeing you in action. Cat. Oh. Ooh, fire. Okay, you tell yourself, don't panic. There are no light sources remaining in the hallway. Imps probably can't see in the dark. No time to be a scaredy cat either. Ask the ghost what's going on, or hightail it out of there. Hey, cat jokes are very hurtful. Oh my gosh, what did, okay, fire. Yeah, that kind of ruins the whole imps can't really see in the dark plan. Put the flames out if you can, and get out. Quick, stomp on the fire, then shoulder the purse and quietly leg it. Uh, that's a lot of stuff. Try doing things opposite to cat jokes, maybe dog jokes? Don't go barking up the wrong tree? I don't know many dog jokes, so never mind. If those cancel each other out, that'd be perfect. Or just run and get out of the crypt. If you die there, that'd be a catastrophe. Although, if we do live, that'd be pawsome. Also try calling out calming sounds or imp-like calls. What sounds do imps make? Then pause, for effect. See if the imps stop coming. Actually, how vicious can imps be? Get your machete out of your bag and attack ferociously. Or, go to the other, darker room and hide in some shadows or be a professional spy. Just don't try anything outrageous. You aren't some spy from the hit movie Mission Impossible. Drink the wine and see if the intoxication can help you fight off the imps. Are wines caffeinated? Okay, that one's a bit of a stretch because that would help. Examine all of your stuff and see if you can fashion some sort of device or tool that can help you fight. You'd be a regular old Leonardo da Vinci. They're getting worse. At least, and last but not least, remain calm. Don't panic. Don't get into a catatonic state. That'd be really dangerous. Ghost is just like, oh. Oh gods, you're making it worse. No, no, no. Run. Oh, that is a buff imp. Imps are not usually that buff. That's an issue. Run faster, scaredy cat. No, no, no. The imp flops down and knocks you off your feet. You can hear more wings fluttering in the distance. From what I've seen, imps are actually usually spellcasters. They usually use magicka and try to shoot at you, not really fight like that. Well, looks like you're going to die in an ancient ruin. This isn't really how you wanted to go. I mean, you didn't really want to die to begin with, but of all the ways you could die, this is like number 6 on your list at least. You guess all you can do at this point is pray. You're not exactly sure if you should be praying to like the 8 or 9 Cyrodiilian gods or the like 13 Khajiit ones, or all 22. Some of those might actually be repeats, you're not sure. Maybe you can just pray without a specific god in mind, but that might mean your prayers are lost and go nowhere. Maybe all prayers are lost and go nowhere. That would explain a lot of things. Religion is confusing, you swear. If you were a god, you'd at least try to make sense. Oi, I don't know much about the Khajiit gods. I know there are 2, like 1 for each of the moons. I know there's the 9 Cyrodiilian gods that I can't name for the life of me. On top of that, there are the Daedric gods. I don't know if those are separate or not. Yeah, religion for Skyrim doesn't make very much sense. In fact, this is not very good. You've been ridiculed, robbed, and treated like an animal. You don't deserve to die like this. At least not now, when you are so close to turning your life around. All you have to do is get these bottles to Kvatch, and stuff will get better. People will believe in you, and like heck you're going to let some swarm of ugly winged things get in your way. Whatever the little flappy things think they can do, whatever he thinks he has over you, you're about to show him otherwise. You are now the imp. You are an imp. Your level of cognition is roughly equal to that of a dog. Your hobbies include flying, sleeping, and shooting explosive blasts of lightning at innocent people. Of these 3 hobbies, shooting lightning at people is your favorite. You love the part where they stop moving. Oh hey, it's a people. You're going to shoot lightning at her until she stops moving. Imp, enjoy hobby. Enable flash player. Oh. Ghost helped out. You keep saying finisher. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Hasn't that been what I've been saying to do the whole time, to just book it? I mean, you finally listened at least. Let's see here. How do I get back? There we go. Imp, fly away as fast as you can from the collapsing rune. I've been like trying to read them like stuttery and like very bland. I don't know if that was noticeable because of how it's saying they're like basically dog level of intelligence. Unfortunately, your animistic mind is far too simple to understand the runes are shaking because of the pillar you just exploded. To you, the 2 events are unrelated. The runes are just shaking. Maybe if you wait a bit, they'll stop. Gall. Oh, imp galls. Okay, that's a thing that I get. In Oblivion, every single time you kill an imp, it drops skulls. Like, usually, when you're trying to loot something, there's only a chance it'll drop stuff. Like, if you kill an undead, there's a chance it'll drop bone meal. If you kill a person, there's a chance it'll have any of the things they usually drop, but every single time you kill an imp, it drops one gall. You can no longer be the imp, because the imp is dead. Katia, abscond from crumbling ruins. You are now the Khajiit again, and things are starting to look a bit better for you. You toss the book containing Quilleve's letter into your new satchel, make sure the satchel is secured, and take off. All in all, this is a particularly nice turn of events. You've secured a small fortune in alcoholic beverages, and a bit of excitement, successfully pulled off the scary eye thing, and might have discovered latent pyrokinetic powers. Not to mention, you're totally going to be able to finish everything Quilleve wanted you to do in Kvatch, and then some. Yeah, Eye of Fear is like a Khajiit power that's just like innate in Oblivion. So like powers are things you can do like once a day that have an effect, and it's just like pretty much fear anything in the area that can see you when you use it, which is what she kinda did partway through the fight. I mean, assuming you get out alive, but you're trying not to think too hard about that. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe you just have to go a little crazy and everything you do will turn into gold. You can hear the rooms behind you collapsing in on themselves. No time to turn and look. Slowing down could mean your death. But you're almost there. Nothing can stop you now. You're Katia Monaghan, and everything you messed up today, you're about to make it better. Drop and break everything. Trip. Well, you trip going up the stairs instead of going down them. I think tripping down the stairs probably would have been worse. Because, I mean, serious injuries take a bit to heal. At least now you're just going to kind of faceplant and brush it off. At least the ground is soft and grassy. Smiley face. And... well, you got one. Try to catch something, anything, even if it's just one bottle, it might at least still be enough. Oh well. Don't blame me for keeping on mentioning the ghost over and over, I just liked the guy. Oh? What? Ooh? What does that little, I forgot what it was, it's not a circumflex. The name of that little mark over the O. I don't know how to say that. And I think that's what Katia needed most right now. Someone to wander beside her, giving her wise advice, protecting her, and well, just putting up with her bad luck. It's about time our heroine got a sidekick, right? The ghost did actually help her while they were fighting. But where did the ghost go? Yeah, you could really use a friend to talk to. Right now you're just sort of holding back tears by pretending the last 30 seconds didn't happen, and you're still running up the stairs. Yeah, just, you know, time travel. That's neat, you can upload images. This is like almost my quality of drawing. I think this is still a bit better than what I can do. This place won't do anymore. Go up and have an adventure with the Khajiit. BFFs. Yeah! Who is this? I'm guessing this is like some character that the guy that wrote this made up. Either that or it's like an imp. Suddenly, the Ancestor Guardian pops up from the ground. He heard you were in need of a friend and a protector and all of the hugs. BFF. The two of you take off for wacky buddy adventures. Oh, you will no doubt face many perils in your journeys, but it doesn't matter because you've got each other's backs. Oh, the crazy antics you guys will get into. Yeah, no. Of course, none of that actually happens. You pretend it's real for a little while. Imagine what it's like to actually have a real friend who cares about you. But the harder you try to pretend, the more it hurts to remember that you're all alone, out here in the middle of nowhere. That you just mess up everything again with one little mistake. You try not to think about it, to just keep moving forward. but you can't make the thoughts go away. Feels terrible. Can you imagine having a mod in Skyrim where you just actually trip on stuff sometimes when you're running? Like, bag will just randomly break whenever that happens, so you gotta be careful. Like, walking would greatly reduce the odds that that happens. So then all of a sudden, if you're carrying a bunch of potions, you feel like you need to walk everywhere. Maybe if you lapped up some of that magic potion, it would give you a bit of confidence? What does confidence even mean? Forgetting all that stuff you messed up? What? I read that right. That was really weirdly worded. You could lick up some of that wine for the same effect, but no, you're not ready to do that, no matter how much you want to right now. Time to focus on other things. Are you okay? You're not hurt, and that glass didn't cut you, did it? Yeah, it did. You'll be okay. You've had worse. Makes it a little easier to forget about the poison ivy rash. Oh, and make sure the letter isn't stained with wine. The envelope got stained. You peek inside to make sure the contents are still legible. Bowl of grapes again. I swear to every Daedra. Wait. I swear to every Adra and Daedra? What's an Adra? Whatever, I will personally like up or Kavath and I will personally like up. I think it's supposed to be a walk up to Kavach and kick your Altmer butt. Okay, so it's just like a threatening letter. It's like, hey, get the shipments right or else I'm gonna come there myself and kick you out of house and home. Looks alright. You tucked it back in the envelope without reading any of it, since you really shouldn't have opened it to begin with, but at least it's fine. That's one thing going your way, you guess. You're still feeling pretty awful about everything, though. You actually are slightly better off. You have a satchel now. You guess? It's an upgrade over your bindle anyway. In fact, yeah, you'll just pretend this satchel is what you were after all along. What a catastrophe. Yeah, I guess giving you more magicka doesn't really help with setting those small fires. Just makes the fires bigger. You hate everything. Look on the bright side. You've got a fire now. Okay, you messed up bad. There's no denying that. But back in those ruins, you did some pretty impressive stuff, and you shouldn't forget that either. And none of it mattered, did it, Nitroglide? Every time you almost did something good, it went sour. Every time you got close, it got further. Maybe you were even close. Maybe you were never close to begin with. Maybe you're just too dumb to realize how hopeless you were from the very moment you set foot here. You're not a hero. You're not a productive citizen. You're not even really a human. Maybe you just finally have to accept that your best is worse than everyone else's average. Then, I'm gonna read that with a different complexion. Maybe you just have to finally accept that your best is worse than everyone else's average. Then you could at least stop thinking you have a chance, stop making other people believe in you, and then it won't hurt as bad when you're wrong. Give Caddy at least some good luck. You caught this bottle before it spilled all the way. Oh no, I don't know if that's good luck. Ooh, this looks like another debate over what she should do. I'm gonna read this and then summarize. Nah, I'll read it. Kadia, you still need to get to deliver the letter. Yeah, that's just writing. That's just random person writing grammar errors. You may end up disappointing everyone, but you could at least avoid causing trouble for them. Getting that to Kavach is the least you can do at this point. You can cry and walk at the same time, so get going. Oh, that's harsh. Tomorrow will come, a new day, and what may come with it could be good or bad. but regardless of what may come, it will pass. Accept all these things will happen, and continue to move on with your life. Pursue your goal, but always hold in mind that you might not reach them. Does not lessen their pursuit or make it somehow less worthwhile. Value your peace of mind. Be strong, Katia. Life is hard, yes, but it's better than being dead. Yeah, fair point. Just keep doing your best until you can't any longer. Even if you fail, it's better to do so knowing that you did your absolute best all the way than to know that you succumb to the worst aspects of your character. Yes, if you really are concerned about your best worse than every Yes, if you really are concerned about your best worse than everyone else's. That is not worded right. Yes, if you're really concerned that your best is worse than everyone else's average, then train yourself up. After all, no one becomes a hero overnight, am I right? Now, ditch the wine, get up, and find the road. I think you've had enough of an experience already. No, you don't want to drink that, Katia. Last time we had a mishap when you drank stuff like that. Right now could only make things worse. You're trying to recover from alcoholism, not continue it. You said that yourself, so you might want to throw it away. Nothing else you can say. You did that. Just do it. Now. This was a bit of an adventure, albeit a really bad one. Being sad and mopey will only make things worse. Come on, you just gotta get up and keep going on that quest with the letter. It'll at least keep your mind off of the depression, and think about that reward you'll get. It's weird having to read like 2011 internet grammar errors. You understand that this is the wrong thing to do. People in your position are supposed to be strong and persevere. Throw down the bottles and keep on trucking through whatever hurdles are in their path. You understand that every fable of redemption says that you can make a life-changing choice right here and keep bounding towards Kvatch. You understand it all. You really do. But you just don't think you have that in you. Not everyone can be a hero like in the stories. Every failure you're supposed to bravely shrug off instead grips at your heart in a cold embrace, just makes you want to curl up into a ball and not move again. You want to change, you really do, but you've come to accept that you can't change yourself. Some things are just part of people, and they never go away, no matter how much that person tries. It just happens that everything about you is a problem, and all you can do is keep being you. So before you take that drink, Katia, would you mind telling us what your birth name is? The one you were called back in your home country? Because it might be for the best if you went back to using it. I mean, you gave yourself the name Katia Monaghan to symbolize starting anew, didn't you? But I have a suspicion that you've been in this place many times before. Yeah, that's a fair point. Hesitate. That question strikes a nerve. You know your real name, yet it feels foreign to you. You try to say it out loud, but you can't. You're Katia Monaghan. It's an identity you made up 2 days ago, but it already feels like you... Yeah, you're not ready to give up the new name just yet. Khajiit names are usually kind of wacky. They don't... I've made up a few Khajiit names before, so I know like a bit of how they're structured. You usually get like a little prefix that's like 3 letters and an apostrophe, like Daro, Da, Ja, and then like the name. So I had like Daro Japo was a Khajiit name. They sound very interesting. I don't know what to call it besides that, but yeah, it would probably be a big difference from Katia Monaghan. For some reason you're not ready to give the name up. Maybe you're not too different from who you were before, but that doesn't mean you're like the same person. Sure, you've tried to change in the past, turn your life around, but you've never been Katia Monaghan. Katia Monaghan has been a screw-up for 2 days, not 2 decades. Katia Monaghan still has a chance. You didn't expect anyone to understand what it means to be you, It changes everything. When you left home and came to Cyrodiil, it wasn't just the epilogue to a long, sad story. It was the prequel to something undefined. Is this like trying to... Is this called prequel because it's trying to tell the story of how a Khajiit turns into that one guy that's like the start of Oblivion? You wake up in a jail cell and you're tasked with saving the world or something like this? Is this like self-inserting to try to say this is what happened to the player character before the events of Oblivion or something like that? Ugh. Okay. It's a new story. Too young for anyone to predict the ending, sure. Maybe the protagonist isn't very skilled and has a drinking problem, but she's only been around for 2 days, and who knows what will happen. You don't know if you think you can change. You really don't know what you think at all. Maybe that's why you drink. Makes things a bit simpler. You're sorry, but you have to do this. This is a choice you're making as Kadia Monaghan, and no one else. You know it's not a good idea, and that you might very well die. You don't care. At least you think you don't. You don't know anymore. You're kind of a mess. You don't know if this is going to end, but it's still better than knowing there awaits a sad ending. Bottoms up. See you again soon. You think. You hope.